Hey everyone, welcome to Xbox On. It's the start of a new month, which means only one thing: a new batch of games to download with Games with Gold. If you're an Xbox Live Gold subscriber, you can get access to all the following games for free. That's 2 Xbox One games and 2 Xbox 360 games that will also work on Xbox One as part of the backwards compatibility library. So here's what's in store for you in June.
Now, I'll be totally honest with you, I hadn't heard of Speedrunners before it was announced as a Games with Gold title, but it's one of those games that I'm really happy was added to the service, as it's a hidden gem that loads of people are going to love, just like I did. Speedrunners is a 4-player racing game that plays a little bit like Micro Machines meets Spider-Man. I say Micro Machines because the aim of each race is to get so far ahead that the other players can't keep up with the screen and explode in a ball of flames. And I say Spider-Man as each character can perform amazing leaps and has a grappling hook to swing from the ceiling and find useful shortcuts. It's pretty cool. It's one of those games that sounds incredibly simple when you describe it, but reveals all kinds of hidden depths once you start playing it. For starters, the levels have so many different routes that you can choose to take. Do you stick to the basic racing line, using jumps to leap over crates and slides to slip through gaps? Or do you use your grappling hook to take to the skies, trying to use the momentum of the swing to fling you to the front of the pack? You could also try and use the various switches around the level to change the course layout and screw over the competition, something that I personally love doing. One of the really clever things the game does is use these switches to make sure no one can get too much of an easy win. The person at the front of the pack will often hit buttons that then open shortcuts behind him, giving everyone else a chance to catch up. Of course, if you dodge those switches, you can prevent helping other players. Another thing that you need to look out for are weapons. These work a lot like Mario Kart's pickups. You collect them from boxes around the track, although many of them require you to make tricky routes to reach them, so it can be a gamble. Though weapons include things like crates that will trip up any characters behind you, or a hook that will grab people in front of you and drag you to their position. If you pick up a homing missile, you can unlock quite an easy achievement by hitting yourself with your own attack. Not a smart move, but you have to like that gamer score. This is a game that is best played with a group of friends on a couch because it's so easy to pick up and learn. I can see it becoming a local multiplayer classic like Bomberman or Rocket League. You can also play against bots or enjoy races online if you don't have human victims to hand. There's also a story mode which kind of acts like a lengthy tutorial, introducing you to all different levels and giving you the skills needed to smash people in multiplayer. Seriously, I cannot recommend this game enough. If you've got a gold subscription, you need to download this one right now. I promise you, you won't regret it.
If you're looking for an open world epic adventure to keep you busy for most of June, then Assassin's Creed 3 is your best bet. In true Assassin's Creed style, it's a game of sprawling, beautiful worlds, endless side quests, and intriguing protagonists. Assassin's Creed 3 continues the story of century-old struggles between assassins, who are all about free will and peace, and the Templars, who are basically the horrible evil people who want control. This time around, the adventure is set in the 18th century, before, during, and after the American Revolution from 1754 to 1783. Our protagonist this time around is Connor, who battles and sneaks his way through Boston, New York City, and the American frontier in an attempt to fight the Templars and gain control in the colonies. Now, Assassin's Creed has a formula, there's no denying it, but there's a reason they stick to it. Exploring the stunning locations they create with missions and endless side missions is always such a thrill. From Italy with Ezio to Paris and London, Ubisoft always do an incredible job of bringing the world to life. Boston and New York City, amongst others, are stunning in Assassin's Creed 3, and running around from rooftop to rooftop is all part of the fun. Of course, you're still able to chuck yourself off of stupidly high buildings and somehow survive by landing in a pile of hay. I'm sorry, but no hay is that soft. Okay, yes, piles of cotton wool dotted conveniently around the place may have seemed strange and not exactly true to life, but neither is falling 100 feet into straw without a single scratch to show for it. The game improves a lot of its gameplay aspects as well. Free running is more simplified compared to earlier Assassin's Creeds, so you should spend less time awkwardly bumping into things or mistiming a jump. In terms of battle, Connor can dual-wield weapons and take down multiple amounts of opponents at once. You'll have a vast selection of weapons to choose from too, from muskets to swords to pistols and tomahawks and bows and arrows. The Templars don't stand a chance against you. However, if things don't go your way, you'll no longer have to run to the doctor every time you need some medicine. Health automatically recovers, so that's one less worry off your mind. One of the coolest new features though has to be the new weather simulations. Not only will snow, fog and rain make an appearance, but they'll actually affect the gameplay. Ever tried sprinting and free running in deep snow? Well, no, neither have I. Either way, if Assassin's Creed 3 is anything to go by, it's a lot harder than normal. Also, with Assassin's Creed 3, the best is worth waiting for. The footage you're seeing here is spoiler-free, and it's definitely worth persevering into the game further to see the secrets it has in store. Make sure to dive into a big pile of hay and Assassin's Creed 3 this June.
In this month's Games with Gold, we get an absolute must-play classic with Dragon Age Origins. This RPG was actually developed by BioWare, who've made some of the best RPGs of all time, with games like Baldur's Gate and the Mass Effect trilogy. The game has a ton of customization options for you to choose from, as you would expect from any great RPG. You have 3 different races that you can choose from: human, elf, or my personal favourite, a dwarf. And depending on what you choose, you'll get a completely different introduction to the game and how characters in the world will interact with you, meaning there's plenty of opportunity to play again and again with you trying out different combinations, and you'll want to complete all the introduction quests to make sure you get all the achievements. There's also an absolute ton of visual customization for you to make your character look however you'd like before you go on and distribute your attribute points and choose your character's skills and talents. Now, one thing that I have to make very, very clear is that Dragon Age Origins is huge, with there being hundreds of hours of playtime, with there being side quests to complete, party members to find, as well as an awesome main story. And every action that you make, whether that's choosing certain different dialogue options, which might make a character like you or even hate you, and if they're one of your party members, they could even leave your party if they hate you enough, or you could take part in a side quest that other people in the world may reference. Honestly, this is one of the most finely woven games that you'll ever play, and we haven't even got into the combat yet. Throughout your playthrough, depending on the class that you choose, you'll get a range of different abilities, unlocking more as you progress and level up, which are easily mapped to your X, Y, and B buttons on your controller to help create a simple combat experience where you can actually focus on the actual tactics of the fight to help you win it, using your other party members to do the best that you possibly can in any given situation by making the best use of everyone's individual class abilities. The story revolves around trying to stop the Blight, which means you'll need to take out the Archdemon leading the Darkspawn, who'll be your main enemy throughout Dragon Age Origins. Now, if you have a love for RPGs or are just looking for a new game to dive yourself into, I could not recommend Dragon Age Origins enough, even if it's just to see some of the battle sequences which feel like they should be in the Lord of the Rings, like the Battle of Ostagar cutscene is absolutely awesome, so make sure you go ahead and download it with Games of Gold this month. You won't regret it.
If you're a fan of large open worlds with heaps of missions to keep you busy, then this month's Games with Gold has definitely got you covered. Not only have you got Assassin's Creed 3 to keep you busy, but you've also got Watch Dogs on Xbox One. It doesn't share much DNA with its fellow Ubisoft adventure. Our hero prefers guns to sneaky wrist blades, but it offers a more modern take on stealthy action. You play as Aiden Pierce, a computer hacker who is seeking revenge against the shady criminal types who killed his niece. He isn't the happiest chap you'll encounter in a video game. You wouldn't be if shady criminal types had killed your niece, but this doesn't mean you can't have a lot of fun playing as him. Using his magic mobile phone, he's able to hack into the operating system that controls the city of Chicago and turn electronic devices against his enemies. For example, when you're sneaking into this building site, instead of going in all guns blazing, you can hide outside, hop into the local CCTV network, and use that to locate all the guards on the minimap. Now you can start to have fun with them, setting off car alarms to draw them towards exploding traps maybe, or using crane controls to drop hard bricks on their soft skulls below. With clever use of hacking, you can clear out entire bases without ever stepping into them. Once you do step into hostile territory, Aiden is a pretty capable hero. Watch Dogs may look like a GTA city, but Aiden has slightly more solid stealth and cover controls. It feels more like a halfway house between chaotic sandbox and third-person actioner. He owns one of the best silenced pistols in gaming. Combine its startling accuracy with his ability to briefly slow time, and you can easily waltz through levels popping enemies in the head. It's one of the first guns you unlock in the game, and we used it all the way to the end of the game. It's that good. Of course, any open world worth its salt has to offer lots of extra fun to keep you busy outside of the main missions. One of my favourite side missions here is trying to take down enemy convoys. You see their route marked on the map, which lets you plan your ambush. Okay, so I died quite a lot recording this gameplay, but you have to trust me that normally these are really cool. I also like augmented reality minigames and digital trips. The AR games let you play silly time waster games in the city around you, like trying to blast these aliens that pop up on the street. The digital trips are slightly weirder. They use audio waves to put Aiden in a dream state where he plays through a series of bizarre hallucinations. Considering he spends most of the game being cross about his dead niece, it's quite fun to see the guy unwinding by jumping around on giant flowers. But this is just a taste of all the stuff you can get up to in Watch Dogs. The game will keep you busy for several weeks, so make sure you give it a try when it becomes available on the 16th of June. As an added bonus this month, Gold subscribers also get a chunk of Phantom Dust DLC for free. Considering that Phantom Dust is currently free itself for every Xbox One owner, this is a great opportunity to help develop your game. If you've not played Phantom Dust yet, and you really should, the action revolves around arena combat with a high level of character customization. You equip your character with various attacks, defensive skills, and buffs before taking them into battle. The DLC pack includes a mix of skills and abilities for you to help build out your character, so make sure to download it and take a look. A nice bonus in a month of great games. So there you have it, those have been your games with gold options for June. Loads of great games to keep you busy for the next few weeks. Though do be sure to make time to watch all our exciting videos live from E3 too. Make sure you don't miss out on any of our great upcoming access, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and let all that Xbox video goodness commence. We'll see you again soon. Bye!